Good afternoon, everybody. Y'all need an update on my Suburban. It's kind of a touchy subject. See, I made that first video and I had fun making it. I mean, I was absolutely shocked when I go and looked on my channel now with one video and how much you guys have commented and how many people have watched it. All those things, like the support was pretty rad. And I wish I would have looked on that a little bit sooner, but I didn't. And here we are. So, why hasn't there been any more Suburban videos? Well, the short of it is, when I made that first video, the whole reason of making it is because I was going to take a trip down to California, do a little bit of camping, see how this thing road trips, kind of see how the mileage works over long distances, the whole gambit. And I lost most of the footage. Unfortunately, cheap Amazon cameras evidently don't always work. Who would have thought? So the trip went great. I did some camping, seen some family, seen some friends. The truck drove down there fantastic, other than it only goes 65 miles an hour. Like, it sounds like it's gonna freaking explode if I go any faster than that. So that's usually not a problem, and I didn't think about this before. I don't drive faster than 60, 65 in anything anymore, pretty much. I used to drive a lot faster, but I'm just not in a hurry. I'm just enjoying the drive. So there's a big difference between driving a vehicle 60, 65, and that's the top speed of the vehicle. There's a big difference. So I ended up going down there like 55, 60, 62, and getting passed by everything on the road pretty much. Outside of that, the thing drove nice. It was comfortable. No issues whatsoever on anything on the way down there, other than this Turbo 400 and these 410 gears are not highway gears. While I was down there, we developed a fuel leak, and turned out it was one of the return hoses off the injector. So I fixed that, and I thought we were good. Coming home, we encountered another fuel leak. This one was not so easy to fix. It's actually the injector pump. And since I have a J-code truck here, the farm, I think it's called farm equipment, the farm versions of these 2500s have a J-code, so they have no emissions. That's why I got the 410s and the Turbo 400. I got the heavier duty equipment. So that leaves some doors open, or opens some doors to upgrades when it comes to the fuel pump. The second problem that I encountered is transmission slipping. Now, I've had Turbo 400s in so many different things, in Jeeps, in trucks. I've never had one go bad. So why this one went bad, I don't know. Now that puts me in this spot of what to do next. I'm not a big automatic transmission guy. I like manual gearboxes, always have. So now I have to decide what I'm going to do next. I don't have a big budget for this. Like, I bought Amazon cameras to try to film a road trip, and it didn't work. So I have to kind of figure out what I'm going to do here. The obvious choice is to go with the NV4500. A used one of those transmissions cost more than I paid for the truck and the bumpers. So if one comes along, maybe I'll check this pick and pulls, and if I happen to find one, then I'll go that route. That is where I'm sitting right now, and I either work very sporadically or I think things out through very methodically. The other option is SM465. They're cheap, bolt right in. Probably won't have to modify anything other than figure out a clutch pedal. Still no overdrive, but I do gain that 30 horsepower. I lose the 30 horsepower of 175 horsepower or whatever these things have. through that Turbo 400. And hopefully that might boost. I don't need a lot. If I want something big and powerful, I got a big block in my truck. That's not the job of this. Hopefully if I have a good deal on MV4500 and save one cycle of transmissions for this, but I'm perfectly fine with the SM465. If I could find one, to be honest with you, I'd rather have a SM420. I come from a time of off-roading and rigs where you want the lowest possible gears. And when we would build our Jeeps, we'd put a small block in them, SM420 and 538 gears. And basically, outside of Marlin Crawler, you couldn't get any lower geared than that. So that's where we stand with this project. Since I'm a little bit methodical or sporadic on my decisions, we'll just wait and see what I come up with. And the input from you guys is pretty awesome. So if something you guys have like an idea in there, go ahead and put it in the comments, and maybe it'll help me make a decision. Until I make a decision, or gathering parts, or both, I have a couple other projects I'm going to be working on. On top of that, we're getting into nice weather again. And the whole idea of this channel for me was to build stuff and use it. Go wheeling, go camping, go fishing, kayaking, outdoor stuff. So while this is marinating in my head, we're going to do some other things. So I appreciate you guys. I appreciate the support. I appreciate the comments. And I appreciate the subscribes. I mean, you guys are pretty awesome. Thank you. And I'm looking forward to seeing you on the next one.